Good evening, good morning, good night, good day, wherever you are in the world. I'm Tim here with Oliver once again for Baku. Oliver, are you as excited as I am?
Oh, mate, after a great Grand Prix yesterday, and it was such a great day for Formula One yesterday, I'm sure the virtual world will be more than ready to bring more action like yesterday's race would.
And, you know, I could not have said it better myself. While we've got a moment, let's just kind of talk about yesterday. Pierre Gasly breaking through to get his first Grand Prix win of his Formula One career and only his second podium, while Carlos Sainz and Lance Stroll celebrate their second podiums as well. An amazing race. Unfortunate for Lewis Hamilton on the penalty, but those things happen, and that just allowed Pierre Gasly to prevail and take advantage of what happened.
To be fair, when it comes to Pierre Gasly, he's been through a lot in 1 year. Let's think about it for a second. This time last year he got demoted back to Toro, so now it's AlphaTauri. The year after, he lost his true friend, and we also feel hurt by a very young driver called Antoine Hubert in that same year, which was completely tragic. And our thoughts and prayers still go with them. But then the year after, when it comes to Monza, winning his Grand Prix, that's redemption for you right now. That's redemption in all way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and it was just, as I said, amazing to see. And as you said, Pierre Gasly, he's had to overcome a lot of hardships in the last year alone, which, is more than I think anyone should really have to deal with, losing one of their good friends and losing the prospect of a decent job, if you want to call it that. But he has been able to prevail and show that, hey, he can move forward and he can do well, and he's proven he can stand on the top spot of the podium. Now,
and the way he fought off Carlos Sainz as well is completely miraculous. How he did it is brilliant.
All in all, I think that is what Formula One racing is about. The surprise winners and just the raw emotion from all the top three finishers on the podium. Some of the emotion was a little bit of a disappointment because, let's be honest, Carlos Sainz wanted that win bad. But nonetheless, it was good to see. However, turning our attention now to the race at hand here in the Speed Force Racing League, which
the virtual world.
Which driver do you think is going to be on the top spot of the podium at the end of the qualifying session?
I'm gonna say one of the AlphaTauris today. I don't care whoever, but I'm gonna say one of the AlphaTauris today. Either Hooky or Angel Dan. There must be such spirit highs after Monaco. I wouldn't be surprised when they'll be more than ready to be fired up for this race. I think one of the AlphaTauris will do today.
And that actually seems like a pretty safe bet to me. Of course, finishing 1-2 last week, Energy Dan scoring his very first Speed Force Racing League win at Monaco, of all great places.
That is impressive.
It is.
Know. What a way to get your first ever league race win in Monaco, of all places as well. On the hardest circuit, pretty much the hardest circuit in Formula One, in league racing, and you just do that. Fair bloody play, man. Fair play. Shout out to you, Energy Dan. That was fair play. And a good job to AlphaTauri as well. They played this supremely well.
That they did, and make no mistake, Energy Dan is third in the points. Of course, Snellweg is in first with a 115 points total, and with 95 points is Energy Dan's teammate, Hooky. So he has had a really good run, and he's actually had 4 second-place finishes in a row.
He still needs a win, though. Hooky needs a win.
He really does. He is only 20 points behind. If Snellweg failed to score points today and Hooky finished in first, he would be the points leader.
5 points, man. 5 points. That's all it'll be between them two if that happens. 5 points, man. What a championship we got on our hands here at GP4 for the next coming months.
And it's going to be an exciting thing to watch. Of course, Snellweg not having the best day at Monaco. I do believe that it was a points day, but just not what he would want, and definitely not what we were expecting, considering that he went into Monaco with 3 wins in a row. However, he failed to even get on the podium last week. Let's see if he can turn it around today, as we're actually watching Snellweg on his out lap as he's about to cross the line.
I'll tell you what, if Snellweg, yes, Monaco is not the best of places, but Baku is a whole lot more different prospect. You've got this super long straight. You have got multiple overtake opportunities. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Yeah, you can do overtaking around the track. There's more than one opportunity to overtake around the circuit. And to be fair, Baku is starting to become a real likeable track in the real world of Formula One. It's produced so many good races, and I think, and hopefully for Snellweg, there'll be another return to form as well. When he had that a little bit of a slumber that he did in Monaco, but I don't think that's going to phase him. I think it's going to be an unusual day in the office for him, and I think the Dutch flyer will be raising the Dutch flag once again.
Well, we'll have to wait and see at the end of this. However, we still got to get through this qualifying session. 14 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the qualifying session as Snellweg makes his way through the castle section.
Sanaf has crashed into the first corner in qualifying already. Sanaf has crashed.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's unfortunate for Sanath. He had just started his flying lap. I mean, obviously, if he's crashed out of the first corner, but did you see at all what happened, or did you just see him stop?
All I saw on the minimap was just a white dot on the was pretty much going straight forward after turn 1. Yeah, it's just a shame for Sanav. Unlucky for him, but he'll be back. He'll be back for the race no matter what.
He'll just have to start at the very back of the grid. So maybe you're going to have to try an unorthodox strategy to get up front.
Yeah, you think about it, it'll be like it's going to be immediate. The track is not too aggressive on tyres. 140.1 by Snellweg on the softs, so well done to him. Yeah, I think tyres-wise, it's not a tyre aggravating circuit. It's mostly 90-degree corners, so in my mind, it's not going to be that tough. So tyres, I think it'll be more than interested to see how the drivers will go for.
Yeah, and honestly, if I was Sanath, and this might not be the best strategy, I would at least consider starting on the hards to try to extend that first, that first stint. However, my idea, I'm always a fan of overcut strategies if I think that they're going to work. I don't know why, I just prefer to stay out as long as possible, assuming that I've got the pace and the tire wear. So we're going to see what Sanath tries to do. Obviously a very unfortunate qualifying session to where it's really over before it began for him. So with him going to have to pretty much start in P16, he's going to have a lot of work to do. However, Snellweg is not going to have that much work to do, assuming he can hold on to the top spot, because he is still fast.
On the lap right now, so we'll see how the man, one of the contenders for the championship, is getting on. See how Hookie cracks along in his AlphaTauri.
Riding on board with Hookie now.
He's on the mediums. So he's might want to. I don't know if he's like a warm up to the softs, or he could be playing a different strategy. You never know what Hookie's got in his mind, but it's have to see what happens.
Well, as we've said, AlphaTauri's been more or less the dominant team thus far in the season.
Oh, by miles. Yeah, by miles.
So Hookie, at this point, I would not put anything past them as far as what they're going to try, and I also wouldn't question it either, because they're obviously doing something right.
And also, shout out to Gaming Things as well for getting a podium last week as well, in Monaco as well. Well done to him for getting his podium in Monaco last week. Just played a quiet race, really. Here goes Hookie now, coming down towards the line in his AlphaTauri. It's a 1:41.5, 1.7, so it'd be interesting to see how that will play out. Is within the midfield runners of Gaming Things and Psychomich, so be interested to see how that one turns out.
And when you compare that time to Snellweg's 140.1 on the softs, that's about what I would expect the medium tires to run around here.
Yeah, the Shadowlands is doing the same. He just started his lap now in the Williams. He texted you actually earlier on today. Actually, he said just if you've done something dramatic, don't be too hard on him. He's just practicing on his wheel, isn't he?
Well, we're gonna see what practicing on the wheel looks like as we ride on board with him. We can take a look at his steering inputs. And so far, he actually seems to be doing okay. So, you know, Shadow Lancer's getting used to new equipment here in his car, but hey, it looks like he's having a good time, and as you said, he's out there on the medium tire, so trying something a little bit different. But as we ride on board with him as he approaches...
Smooth. Yeah, his steering looks smooth. He looks very comfortable. He's going down the gears as well very nicely. Like I said before in Spain, if you get a smooth turning with the right entry point and the right speed, you are going to get an incredible fast lap. And you can see from Tom's inputs in the steering, he's nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Like I said before, it's going to be, yeah, it's a smooth lap for Tom, I must say in the least.
Yeah, he really does look smooth. You know, just a few times he might have to put a little bit of extra input into the wheel, but that's nothing too unusual going around these corners. Otherwise, you know, I'm not seeing a lot of counter steer. I'm not seeing a lot of jerking like he's uncomfortable, so I think that he's starting to figure it out.
Yeah, Tom is looking supremely well on the wheel. As you can see, he doesn't bump or barge into anything. Here comes Tom now towards the line in his Williams. It's going to be a 140 point something.
Probably not the 140 that he would like, a 140.321 for Shadow Lancer, but that is his first lap and on the medium tires. And since he's getting used to a wheel, you know, we're going to give him a little bit of a break on that, of course, but, you know, we got to give him a little bit of trouble as he gets loose out of that corner.
What a lap from Pro Oliver. Great lap from him. A 140.5 into third.
Yep, so Pro Oliver really not had the best of racing here recently. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did not have the best day at Monaco. I do believe that it was a DNF. So
it was a DNF for him. You're not wrong.
Yeah, so Proliver in third today, definitely a contrast to what we saw last week. I believe that it was actually, he collided with his Mercedes teammate.
Anydan's getting held up by a Williams, I believe. Yeah, he was held up by Williams, so, but Anydan is now free now.
So maybe we're going to look for Energy Dan to come to the pit soon and put on a fresh set of soft tires if he did get held up enough by that Williams. And it actually looks like his lap isn't actually, you know, coming to form.
It doesn't look it's impeded that much. It doesn't really impede that much. The Williams tried his best to get out of the way. Most likely to be Shadow Lancer because Sandlancer in the other Williams. But Shadow Lancer, he knows what to do. He's not that much irresponsible driver. We all know that. So Energy Dan, come on to the final sector. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he's in the wall! He's just had the wall.
Well, I think that answers that. He'll definitely be coming into the pits.
Is he coming in? He's a bit too fast. Oh, he's doing the lap. He's completing it.
Oh, wow.
What's the time going to be? 1:39.40. Oh, jeez.
Now, let's just put this into perspective. We switched over to him because he was being held up by a car that had already put a time down. The car was moving out of the way, but not before Energy Dan, you know, just kind of got there toward the end of it. And he still runs second after hitting the wall as well. He would have had the pole.
31,000 slow. Get this, yeah, Tim. 31,000 slower than Snellweg by tagging a wall. That's mad.
You see, Fernando Alonso once said you could put a rocket ship on the back and they would still be P11. I think that Energy Dan found the rocket ship.
139s. 139s now.
Oh my goodness, look at Gamey Things. A podium at Monaco shoots him to the pole at Baku, apparently. Good job on Gamey Things.
He's in good form at the moment, Gamey Things, at the moment. He's been absolutely astonishing.
Maybe he's our dark horse to win this race here today.
You never know. Moneymake's retired from the session, so he's probably had enough. Where is Moneymake? Wait. Is he crashed out to the... He's crashed, actually. Oh, Snellweg, what a lap from you, Sunshine. What all that's going on?
Wow, a 139.226 for Snellweg. That's the time to beat so far, with Gamey Things in second at 139.904. Gamey Things was the first one to break into the 139s, and Snellweg say, I'll do you one better. I'll go up a few tenths.
Look at this, the Alpha Tauris actually, they're playing the slipstream game. Look at them.
And that they are, as Energy Dan dives into the pits and hits the wall. Wow.
Well, You want to hit something, don't you?
I mean, I guess so.
Right, let's see how Hooky gets on. This is a guy who's won both of the AlphaTauris. See how they can do.
So I'm very surprised to see Hooky in 9th. Of course, with the 141.7, that was a time that he ran on the mediums. I would just assume, though.
No, in my opinion, it was a banker lap. It was a banker lap just to get one more feel for the circuit before we can really open up the taps. So you can see it's 8/10 faster than his previous. So right now, this is looking really, really good for him.
Going through the castle section now as we ride on board with him. He's got to be very careful. Got very close to the inside wall, but did not touch it. That just goes to show the precision required to get around this circuit here at Baku. Honestly, one of my favorite circuits to drive around, even though the castle section does kind of hang me out a little bit.
You can ask Charles Leclerc on that one as well.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think Charles Leclerc has ever had a problem with the castle section, except last year and in the virtual Grand Prix.
That's what I meant. Oh, here comes Hooky. He needs a 138 or 159.2 or better to beat Snellweg. Here comes Hooky. He's got to beat both McLarens and both top 2 at the moment. Here comes Hooky, 138.9. It's not enough. It's not enough. Wow.
Close though, very close.
McLaren 1-2 at the moment.
So maybe McLaren guys, maybe they heard us bragging on the AlphaTauri after they've had some good runs, and they've decided, you know, we can do better. So maybe there's a little bit of competition going on, more so than just the race.
Just Loden's crashed out in turn 3, so we're going to ride on board with Hooky. Yeah, he's crashed out in turn 3. Yeah, he has. Look, crashed out. Unfortunate there for him. Bad luck. That is just Lodian in the Renault. Bad luck for you, man. Real bad luck. This truck does play havoc sometimes.
It really does, because, you know, even if you can escape the castle section, it's still such a narrow track that it's very easy to hit the wall. Of course, we saw Energy Dan kiss the wall in the 3rd sector, which I'm actually watching Kara come up through now. I believe that Kara is probably just going to dive down into the pits, considering that their lap is
slow. He's coming in, yeah.
Yeah. But he might have enough time to go out there for one more lap if he hurries. He'll have to get a fresh set of softs, but I think he'll just be able to make it.
Yeah, Fanny Line in the Red Bull, he's just coming into the 2nd sector. So interesting to see how he gets on. Or is he slowed down? Yeah, he's slowed down. He wasn't pretty happy about that. He's obviously not happy about something.
So Energy Dan on his that lap, about to start his what will probably be his final timed lap. Watching Fanny Line now, although with already one lap on there, I don't believe this is going to be a timed lap, so that might be his final time.
Yeah, it's best to keep it on Energy Dan, because this is the guy who's one of the 3 contenders for the championship, and this is crucial for him to get into that top 5, to be in that top, well, not really top 5, top 4, to really compete with the McLarens, because knowing Kara is going to protect his teammates, so really, anytime he needs a real good lap here to real compete with the McLarens. Most importantly, to split them up.
And did you notice he actually kissed the wall a couple corners ago?
Maybe it's just his style.
I guess so, but you know, last time he clipped the wall, he actually ran P2, so we'll see if it helps him out again. Of course, it was a very minor hit, so I don't think it really scrubbed off a lot of speed. It was just going a little bit too wide out of turn 3.
If you look on the minimap, has he got traffic ahead of him?
He does, actually. He does. That's a Mercedes. That might be Proliver up there. And he's not going to be able to move over in time to let Energy Dan by. He does move over as soon as he can, though, so good sportsmanship there.
Yes, so he's just gone past one of the cars, and he's purple. He's purple in the 2nd sector. This is looking very good for Energy Dan.
So through the third sector, about to come onto the final straightaway, Energy Dan, best time a 1:40.1. That's good enough for 7th, but can he improve on it? Going down the final straightaway now with the DRS wide open.
9. Oh, it's top 3.
A 139.626 for Energy Dan in the AlphaTauri. His teammate Hookie in 5th with a 139.9. Not a bad day for those drivers.
Yeah, so the McLarens, they've just gone out for their outlaps. So, well, I don't know about Kara if he's going to make it, but Snellwork's definitely going to do his run. Kara is about to do his. Hopefully, he's going to. Can Kara make it? I wonder.
And guess what? Gamey Things on his flying lap is purple in the first sector.
I'm going to keep it on Kara, see if he can make it. 10 seconds left. Can he make it? I wonder. Can he make it? He's not going to make it. Kara's not going to complete his lap. Kara's qualifying. Is it done? No, it's not done yet. It's very, very close.
Meanwhile, I'm riding on board with Gamey Things. He's about to finish the second sector. Let's see where where it comes out. He is not purple in the second sector.
He's 7/10 faster, so it's going to be looking around P3 or 2. Depends what the McLarens will do.
So Gamey Things heading down the final straightaway now. A podium in Monaco last weekend, maybe giving him the confidence boost he needs to go to the pole. A 139.0.
This is interesting. Snellwork needs a 138 to be pole.
Wow.
He needs a 138 or better. Well, 138, it's just the common thing. Can Snellwork do it?
He's looking pretty fast, but is he going to be fast enough going down this?
And
no, he's not. Oh my goodness! Why did he back out?
I don't know. He's backed out. I don't think he's not beatable. Can Kara do it?
Kara's purple in the second sector, and he invalidated his lap. Oh my goodness!
Gamey Things will be pole position for the Grand Prix.
A 139.084 for Gamey Things. A surprise pole position if he can hang on to it. Kara invalidating their lap, not able to do it.
He's done it. Well done, Gamey Things.
Wow. Now that is impressive. Down to the wire.
I was not expecting that pole. I was not expecting that.
I mean, I was expecting, maybe third, but he just absolutely rocketed to the top of the board. I think that Gamey Things might just have a low downforce setup in that thing because he was purple in the first sector, not in the second sector. And the second sector, of course, is full of these really tight corners. And then in the third sector, he just shoots to the top of the board. I believe he's got a lot of straight line speed in that Red Bull.
You know what's interesting as well? Both McLarens 2-3 and AlphaTauri 4 and 6. So this will be very interesting to see how those two will crack along due to the Constructors' Championship and also the Drivers' Championship. Is Kara going to play a defensive game? Is he going to play the defensive game, I wonder?
If I were Kara, I would honestly just start thinking about my race and my championship battle. Being in third, he's in a good position to try to battle for the lead. And as we've seen, sometimes the leader will pull away and kind of put a distance on the field. So I think that his best chance is to stay with him early on.
This will be very, very interesting to see how this will all plan out.
So there you see Kara officially in P3 and your official starting lineup for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix for the Speed Force Racing League GP4 Series. Gamey Things in first, Snellwork second, Kara in third, Energy Dan in fourth, Proliver in fifth, Hookie sixth, Fanny Lion in seventh, eighth is Sonicok, Racing Podge in ninth, Kvyat Torpedo in 10th, Psychomich in 11th, Bannister 12th, 13th is Shadowlancer, Gizlodian in 14th, Saneth in 15th, and 16th is Money Mink. Saneth and Money Mink not setting a time in the qualifying session. So turning to you, Oliver, what are your top 3 predictions for this race?
Give me till towards the end of the race and I'll give you my predictions. because I can't call it. It's Monaco all over again. I can't call it. Yes, Monaco. Well, yeah, qualifying itself is going to be, you know, one of those things, but it's all down to the laps. You can't win trophies in qualifying. We all know that. It's all down to the laps ahead of you and this Azerbaijan race.
Me personally, I think I'm going to go for, in any order, Hooky, Snellwag, and Gamey Things, with the potential of Energy Dan also being up there as well.
If I had to make a prediction, I want to say Hooky. I think it's about time for him to get his win. I think Snellweg and Energy Dan.
McLaren and AlphaTauri seem to be the way to go. We're going to find out here in just a few seconds. The session starts in 15, 14, 13, 12. Oliver, are you excited?
Oh, man, as always, look forward to do. I feel like I'm your permanent co-commentator at this rate. This is the third week I'm with you.
You might as well be. I mean, we work well together. We get to see some good racing. And to top it all off, we're in Baku. I don't know how you feel about it, but I love Baku.
Baku's alright. Not one of my favourite tracks to drive on, but it's good to watch, though, to say that in the least.
Interestingly enough, all the way back to F1 2018, Baku was the track that I learned what the curse system in ERS was. As I'm actually a very new fan, just getting into F1 at the very end of 2018 after the season had already finished up, decided I wanted to watch in 2019, used the game to learn the rules, and realized how to use the curse system and, you know, and battery management. So I think that's why I really like Baku, because it was just, I came out of the pits and something clicked after watching some videos, and it just taught me something that I've kind of been able to hang on to. Of course, there you see the predicted stop strategy. We'll see if any driver goes along with that on the formation lap. Now, of course, you see Gamey Things in that Red Bull with a surprise pole position. I still cannot believe that.
Great lap for Gamey Things as well. It's that third place of Monaco must have boosted him at some point. It was a fantastic result for the Red Bull driver. But if you look at this, is interesting here actually, Tim. From 11th downwards, you've got five or six drivers on the hard tyres, and only Sanaf is on the medium tyres. So that'll be interesting to see when it comes to strategy.
Of course, Sanaf wrecking out in the qualifying session, so he's going to have a big game of catch-up to do. But wondering why he's decided to go on the mediums instead of the hards. However, maybe
he wants to go aggressive. Maybe he wants to go medium, soft. And, in my opinion, that sounds like a very aggressive strategy. But see how it turns out for him.
See, I was thinking that maybe he anticipated some of the drivers around him to go on the hard, so he thought that putting the mediums might give him a little bit of a better advantage at the start. And what you say, perhaps going on a two-stop strategy for medium, softs could work as well.
Yeah, exactly. And anyways, and for the hard tires run as well, they might be predicting a safety car. In my opinion, because safety cars, there's a higher chance of in this race, because there's going to be accidents. There's going to be an accident in this race. High chance for safety cars. So the hard tire runners might be predicting a safety car, and the top 10 runners will have to change tires. So yeah, watch out for the hard tire runners.
So there you see the drivers lining up on the grid. Will be going green here very, very shortly. So if you need a quick snack or a bathroom break, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to wait because it's about time to go. Gamey Things on the pole.
Wait for 26 laps, my friends.
That's right. That's exactly right. Drivers on the grid now, their eyes fixated on the lights. You hear those engines revving. You hear those itchy pedal feet.
Let's begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in the air. No red lights. We are green for the GP4 Series Speed Force Racing League Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Gamey Things lead them down to turn 1 and 4 wide, almost. And now we got an AlphaTauri around. That is Energy Dan spun in turn 1.
Energy Dan, who was the Racing Point driver? They just dive bombed. What on earth was that? I saw a Racing Point just not stopping.
And we are under a virtual safety car. Bannister has gotten a drive-through penalty for a severe collision.
What are you thinking of doing that? What were you thinking?
So you apparently got a better look at it than I did.
Yeah,
what happened?
Definitely did. if you look back, of course I'm going to record it, but if I did, basically Bannister just did not sort of stop. He got a very good start, got into turn one, never stopped, and basically he just ploughed into what was it, like 5 cars?
See, that part I didn't see. I saw the AlphaTauri of Energy Dan go around, and I saw that it was about 3 wide. Then the AlphaTauri went around, and then it just looked like a big cluster, and then we're under virtual safety car.
Wow, I just unbelievable. That's unbelievable to have a look at that. Bannister, mate, I respect you, man, but that was a bit very naughty in my opinion. I think he lost all sorts of concentration. I think the stewards will have a look at him.
So we're back under green flag racing. Of course, a little bit of interesting to note is something has happened to Hookie.
Bannister's out! Bannister's out!
Oh my goodness.
So he's went for a major accident and crashed into the barriers.
Now, he did have damage on his front wing. Could that have maybe led to that, to where maybe he tried to take the corner a little bit too quickly and hit the wall instead?
Snellweg has taken the lead. Yeah, it's one of those in my opinion. So it's one of those. Lost the front wing and the stint into the wall. So yeah, it's one of those. So unlucky Bannister. We'll see for the next race for France. Psychometric Racing Pod to go side by side, but couldn't get through. And there we go.
So I'm watching the battle for the lead here between Snellweg and Gamey Things. Of course, Gamey Things leading Snellweg, but Snellweg hot on his heels. And, of course, Gamey Things with getting that pole and being able to hold off Snellweg, that would be a good points day for him because he's got the championship leader breathing down his neck, but he doesn't seem any worse for wear. And with it being very early on in this session, I don't believe that any drivers are going to take any unnecessary risk thus far. But as they go through the castle section, Snellweg may be clipping the wall just a very little bit, but with the rear of the car, so might have actually avoided a little bit of catastrophe there. Front wing still intact. Just losing a very little bit of ground to Gamey Things, riding on board with Snellweg now as they go through this, halfway through the second sector and having to slow way down for this left-hander. Gamey Things, though, doing a good job so far.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Energy Dan going onto the medium tyres. Would have got to go to the hards and literally go a super long way, but often the mediums, he might predict the safety car towards the end of the race, might switch to the soft tyres. Yeah, it's a good sound strategy. But here goes Snellweg. See what he can do against Gamey Things.
So Hookie is all the way back in 7th. He did leave the session. I don't know if he was able to get back into his car or not, but Hookie has already dropped down to the 7th position. I don't believe he's been able to get back into his car, so if he can't, that'd be really unfortunate for Hookie. He had a good day going.
Yeah, it's one of those for Snellweg. Right now, this is a good day for Snellweg, actually, right now, and it's because of the championship fight. AlphaTauri is struggling, Snellweg is going strong at the moment, but if he wants to keep his lead in the championship, then he has to get a good start margin. He needs to get past Gamey Things, but right now, AlphaTauri, they're struggling at the moment because of Hookie leaving the session and trying to get back into his car. Well, hopefully he does, but it's not a good day for AlphaTauri, but hopefully it's still have very early gains in this race before we call anything out.
They might still be able to score some points. Energy Dan in 12th right now, Hookie in 9th. So if they can both get into the top 10, they might at least be able to salvage a points day, which will be very important in the Constructors' battle and really in the Drivers' battle as well. But of course, as you said, today is looking like a very, very good day for Snellweg, even if the race were to end right now. So on board with Snellweg as he's trying to chase down Gamey Things still. This is really the only battle that we got going on in the field at the moment. Gamey Things, though, very quick. And Snellweg spins! Snellweg spins! He's in the wall! Snellweg, is he out? Is Snellweg out?
He's not out. He's not out.
Oh my goodness.
What is going on with the championship right now? It's this monster all over again.
Oh my goodness, Snellweg just losing it in the third sector, getting it into the wall. Gonna have to pull into the pits here and go for some unfortunate but much needed repairs. Our championship leader, Snellweg, gonna drop out of the points. Just, wow, you cannot make this up in the first 5 laps. The top 3. Is this
Monza all over again?
I have no idea what it is, but in the top...
Hooky is rejoined.
So, now it's looking like it's a decent day, at least, for Hooky. Of course, let's go take a look at him now. Gonna ride on board with him as he's trying to chase down the Renault of Gizlodian. He's also got on his back the Williams of Saneth. So Hooky in the points.
He's still not joined. He's almost got. He's back in the car. He's almost back in the car. He needs to. He's in spectator mode right now. So hopefully he rejoin and get back in his car. He's just overtaken by Saneth. Come on, Hooky, get back in your car, sunshine.
So the only saving grace really for Hooky is that where his car was driving at a slower pace, he might have a little bit more tires left than maybe those of Gaming Things and Kara up front. However, speaking of Kara up front and Proliver in third, gonna watch this battle for a second.
Yeah, mention Proliver right now. He's after a very bad few races. He's looking pretty decent at the moment. Don't want to count his chickens just yet, but he's looking pretty decent right now.
Yeah, Proliver, of course, qualifying in the top 5 and now running in third in that Mercedes. Looking to have a pretty good day thus far and trying to chase down Kara for second. Of course, no one can touch Gaming Things right now. He is 6 seconds in the lead. Approximately anyway. Proliver of about half a second behind Kara, and of course Kara's teammate, championship leader of Snellweg, just a lap ago spun, hit the wall, dropped down to what is now P11 on those medium tires. So just absolute pandemonium here.
Yeah, so right now Proliver looking pretty strong at the moment, so all he needs to do is keep his head, keep his heart in check. So really, yeah, keep your heart in check, keep your pulse in check, Proliver. You get a good result. Right now, Gaming Face. Right now, could he get his first win of the season?
He might be able to. However, I do have an update for you regarding the virtual safety car period on lap 1. It is from Bannister. He says, apologies to all involved. I lost tire temp. It was like having no brakes. So that explains that. Very unfortunate for Bannister and for a few of the drivers that got involved. But sometimes these things happen, and if you don't have any tire temp, then you're right, you're going to go in there and you're not going to be able to stop. So I think that given that information, Bannister did everything that he could do, and it was just a matter of unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like driving ice skates, really.
And however, that has definitely made the championship battle very, very interesting, because as it sets now, Hooky will be gaining 2 points on
It's still
Snellweg.
Not enough. It's still not enough to overtake the lead in the championship,
but every little bit that a driver can gain is just 1 point less that he has to worry about. However, Snellweg...
Andy's down, just overtakes Gizlodian on the outside. Good move by Andy down right there. And guess who he's got next?
Snellweg.
That'll be something to keep an eye on.
So I find it funny that our top 3 championship runners are running 9th, 10th, and 11th.
That is crazy. Never thought of that.
And unfortunately for Energy Dan, he's the one that's actually out of the points. However, did Hooky just pit?
Hookie's
yes, Hooky pit. So he's going for the medium tires. Not sure.
He's going for mediums.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Hooky. I figured he'd stay out longer on those soft tires. Maybe he thinks that he can make it all the way to the end on the mediums. And, 20 laps, I think that's actually feasible.
Look at Sonic Hawk, the boss man of SFR's on the back of Proliver.
On board with Sonic Hawk, there you see Proliver up there, still chasing down Kara, but can't quite be able to get by him. That's, of course, allowing Gaming Things to pull away even further, 6.4 seconds ahead of the pack. Sonic Hawk just kind of riding behind these two guys, just kind of biding his time, trying to catch him down. Proliver, a little bit of a lockup through that last corner, trying to get by Kara, but not able to do so.
It'll be interesting to see how these three drivers will get on down the main straight. Let's see if Oliver can really catch that. Look at the speed these drivers go through that fast left-right section. Here comes Oliver down the main straight with DRS, with the overtake mode, and Kara's going into the pit. So Oliver takes second place.
All right, so Oliver was able to get by Kara. Just maybe not the way he wanted to, so Kara apparently deciding that enough is enough on those tires. Now, so that brings to my next question. Gaming Things and Oliver and Sonicok, all three drivers, 6 laps now on those soft tires. Are they going to be pitting soon? Because I would imagine that the soft tires could last longer than 6 laps, but apparently they can't.
Around 7 or 8 in my opinion, but this is, you know, it's nice to see though, Tim, Red Bull, Mercedes and Ferrari in the top 3. I wish that was real life.
I have no idea what to say, because with the exception of this season, that is real life if you turn to last year.
You could say so.
Ferrari, of course, having struggles in the real-life F1 and not having the best of days at Monza yesterday. But today, here in Speed Force Racing League, they're having a pretty decent day, 3rd with Sonicok.
Definitely. And Snellweg and Energy Dan still holding station at the moment, so we all get Sycamich. What a boldy move to start on starting on the hard tires. He's made a load of gains for all of this. He's running P4, so fair play to Sycamich for doing that optimal strategy at the start, because right now put him in a very good position.
Yeah, and
hang on a minute.
He gets the wall.
Is that money makes in the wall? Fanny lines is Shadowbrin and Fletcher, Shadow Lancer and Fletcher fighting it out at the moment. They were fighting. Oh, wait, is that just loading the wall? It is. So just loading's in the wall. But yeah, stuff going on at the moment down in the back.
And meanwhile, our top 3 has pitted, and oh no! Kvyat Torpedo in the wall in the castle section.
He just did it well as Charles Leclerc there, unfortunately.
He pretty much did. The only difference is he is able to continue, but with major wing damage. I keep trying to switch cameras to find a good view of the wing damage.
There's
there
so
you
much
see
going
it.
On, you can't say.
Yeah, there you see the wing damage, though, on that Haas machine. Very unfortunate there for poor Fletcher. And, you know, Kvyat Torpedo had a, well, not really a decent run going, but was at least battling for position with Shadow Lancer before that occurred. So he's going to have to pull into the pits and, I don't know, maybe switch on the medium tires and try to...
I'll say mediums, yeah, try and stretch them out, but, yeah, it's one of those. So, yeah, you just have to go as far as you can. Our closest fight at the moment, I'm trying to see how our closest fights are. We've got Sonic Hawk just controls McLaren's Kara, and we can see Energy Dan starting to... And we can see Racing Partner on the back of Energy Dan. So 2 close fights at the moment. I can't really... Who's closest? I figure Sonic Hawk and Kara.
So watching Sonic Hawk and Kara now switch to Gaming Things for just a moment to see where he is. Of course, Gaming Things in Sector 3 now, or just about to be anyway, just in front of this battle between Kara and Sonic Hawk. Gaming Things, he pitted, he took the hard tires, and he maintained the lead, so that just goes to show how far ahead Gaming Things was when he decided to make his pit stop. So he's actually on a pretty good course for a win today if he plays his cards right.
Is hawking around Kara.
He's trying to get to him, but I think that Kara has a little bit better straight line speed. He had a better exit out of those corners, but now Sonic Hawk using the slipstream and the DRS to get to Kara. Will he be able to make a move by the time they get to turn 1? I don't think it's going to be enough time. He's going to look for it, but not able to do it. Not close enough that time.
He was trying to pressure him into a mistake. A fair play to Kara, not faced by it all. And Sycamich running in P2. He still has to stop though, but he's only on 8 lap hards. He still can go a fair amount of distance with those tyres.
Yeah, so Sycamich just trying to get a good day.
Oh, Carmen, a mistake going into the corner. Here comes Sonic Hawk. No.
Going to try a crossover move, maybe, but not able to do it. So Kara's going to stay in front of Sonic Hawk for now. This is the battle for 3rd.
Fanny line overtook in Shadow. So that is a position gained the final line into 10th place. Oh, super close for them making contact though.
On board now with Shadowlancer as he's chasing down Fanny Line in the Red Bull. 0.7 of a second separating these two drivers. About to go to turn number 3. Let's see what they do through there. Of course, Shadowlancer close, but just not close enough to really make a move in. Got loose.
You can put that is sealed, done, and dusted for Fanny Line. That is position gained, and now lots of clear track ahead of him. So let's see if he can get into a rhythm.
So rejoining the battle between Sonicok and Kara. That's still going on in Sector 3 now. Let's see if Sonicok can get a better run down the straightaway this time. He's a little bit closer to Kara than he was last time around. He's going to have the DRS and the slipstream. Let's see if he'll be able to make the move going into turn 1 this time. I don't believe so, but it's going to be close nonetheless.
Again, it's just still too far away. Kara has got a good setup on his car, making very good straight line speed, so fair play to him.
And it should be noted that he can also really handle around the corners. Of course, he did make a mistake in turn 3 last lap, but Kara, as you said, with a good setup, might just be able to have the advantage over Sonicok throughout the course of this race. Of course, Sonicok does seem to close the gap there just a little bit, so I think that Kara's setup might be leaning a little bit more toward top speed than it is for cornering. But that's not necessarily a bad thing because it's been working for him so far. But now Sonicok trying to go on the inside of Kara. A little bit of contact there, but decided to back out of it, and a good idea from Sonicok.
You're not take you through there, Si. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to take people through there. You've got to be patient now. Like you said before, Kara's car still like it's built for straight line speed, and Sonical's more to the corners. You can tell, because you can tell Sonical's much more confident in the corners than Kara is.
And if Sonicok were able to get by Kara, he might be able to pull away because he's got a little bit of clean air out there. I mean, of course, Psychomich is up there, so not a lot of clean air, but compared to being stuck right to the back of Kara, it would be a little bit more preferable for Sonicok and clean air if he were able to get by this McLaren. But I don't think that that's going to be all that easy, and I'm almost questioning if it's going to happen at all.
Now, as you can see now, because Psychomich is now onto the main straight now. Look at the speed Kara has, and plus he's going to get DRS as well. Is that Hooky out? No way!
Oh my goodness, Hooky second in the points, and now out of this race.
He's out in the... Oh my goodness me, the champ just turned on his head again! Oh my!
So let's ride on board with Money Mink and see if he bypasses the wrecked car of Hooky. We'll see what's happened here. Not going to be able to see it, though.
I did see it on board with Fanny Line. He crashed out after the fast left-hander, and then he smacked it into the wall on the other side.
And Kara got into the back of Psychomich and put him into the wall in turn 3. That allowed Sonicok to go around Kara, and now battling with Psychomich.
And look at the trainer car, Snellwake's in there, Engine Dan's in there, Piroliver's in there. This is a 5-car fight per second.
Sonicok trying to chase down Psychomich for second place, and as you said, with a train of cars behind him, he's going to have to go quick. Piroliver trying to breathe down the neck of Kara now. Kara's teammate Snellwake back there in 6th, just behind Piroliver. And look at Kara now. Look at Kara. He is right on the back of Sonicok, but he makes a mistake. He makes a mistake out of the...
6-car fight per second. Gaming face if he thinks of something, thinking, you don't just carry on.
Hey, the more that this happens, the further away he can pull. So I'm sure that if Gaming Things knew about this, he would love it. Snellweg on the back of Piroliver now. And who is that behind? Snellweg, Energy Dan, sticking his nose into this ring, his hat into the fight. Look at this. Energy Dan gonna ride on board with him as he's trying to chase down Snellweg, using that slipstream. Snellweg trying to chase down Piroliver. And Energy Dan is gonna pass Snellweg. Energy Dan is going to get by the McLaren. He's gonna have the DRS. Yes, he does. There he goes. But does Snellweg have the DRS as well? Yes, he does. So DRS versus DRS. Into turn 1, does Energy Dan? Yes, he does. And Energy Dan has to take the escape road.
overshot. He overshot the corner. And look at Racing Pod on the back of Eddie. These two are former teammates in Ferrari, but now they're they're bitter rivals. And now look at Snellweg on the back of Oliver.
Snellweg goes on the inside at the last minute. Some contact between Oliver, but he makes the move into 5th place.
Wow, what a Grand Prix we're having already.
That is absolutely amazing stuff we just saw from Snellweg. Could have been amazing stuff that we saw from Energy Dan, but he overshot the corner, dropped back down to 7th place, and not really in contention for this battle anymore.
Now,
he is chasing Oliver.
It's the McLarens. Now it's very interesting. Cara is on 4 lap hard. Oh, Oliver's going into the wall. He just did a proper Leclerc.
Oh, that castle section, it catches him out so many times. Oliver, not a DNF, but definitely dropping back down to the 8th position and more than likely going to have to pit to get a new front wing.
What are the McLarens going to do?
There you see Snellweg chasing Cara, going down the main straightaway here now.
Cara's not yielding to his teammates, so I think McLaren are opting to race rather than teamwork it.
And honestly, I support that wholeheartedly. I am not someone who really agrees with team orders in any capacity. So Snellweg and Cara, I say race all day long, just don't wreck each other.
Too true. Cyclovich is really struggling now on those hard tyres. You can see Cara now just coming towards that Haas back end, but it's still not enough. If Cara can't pass Cyclovich, do you think he will let his teammate go through and try and take on Cyclovich?
Really, at this point, I don't think so. And I also don't think that anyone's going to be able to catch Cara all that easily, because as we've said, it does look like he's got a top speed setup in that car, which seems to actually be working for him a lot better than what I thought it would have. I would have honestly anticipated.
It's slow at the moment. Cyclovich is starting to get away a bit slightly, but it's one of those, isn't it? Cyclovich in the second set, it's a bit slow. He needs to pick it up a bit.
Yeah, and you know, Cyclovich, of course, he's on old hard tires, so that's also contributing to to him running a little bit slower there, because he started on those tires. You know, it's lap 13, he's got 12 laps.
Adrian, after his overshoot, is back in the game.
And that's just a really good recovery, and I think that speaks volumes to the pace that Energy Dan and AlphaTauri really have here today. And, you know, if it weren't for the incident on lap 1, maybe he'd be battling for the lead.
Yeah, and look at Racing Pod. Racing Pod's down the inside of Energy Dan. The two former teammates going side by side.
And Racing Pod's completed the pass, so now he's got his sights set on Snellweg just ahead of him. Energy Dan going into the pits.
So Dan is in. What tires he'll be going for?
I don't know why he would pit at this moment. I would imagine he'd want to stay out a little bit longer. Maybe if he did want to pit, he could pit for the softs.
He's going to another set. He's going for another set of mediums.
Huh.
Here goes Cara on Cyclovich.
On the inside, through turn number 3, Cara making the move. We got a 3-wide battle now for second place. Just maybe.
Careful. Oh, and Cara's it's got overshot the corner. This has got end in tears, but one
3 wide again, almost 4 wide. Look at this Racing Pod sticking his nose into the mix now. Some contact between Racing Pod and Cara. Cyclovich dropping down to 4th now. 5th for Cyclovich. Racing Pod in 4th. Cara in 3rd. Snellweg in 6th. The big loser of all of that, Snellweg dropping back to 6th place.
What great racing from all 4 drivers, not making making minimal contact as they can, and there's no damage done. Great racing from the drivers.
Getting very dicey here in Baku, lap 14 of 26, just 13 laps to go, and these drivers, they know it.
And Racing Pod, this is, you know what, for Ferrari, this could be a great result for 2-3. If it's a very possible outcome. Can Racing Pod overtake Cara? But we all know Cara has got that straight line speed but he hasn't got the DRS this time.
So we'll see if that plays any kind of factor. Racing Podge, though, he is quick, as we've seen him just move through the field. He has the DRS and the slipstream, and he is gaining on Kara. He might be able to make the move into turn 1. He dives down on the inside. He is next to him, side by side, through turn number 1.
Oh.
Racing Podge makes the move on Kara.
Well done, Podge. Well done.
And that's really the first driver that I think we've been able to see complete that pass on Kara.
Well done to Racing Podge. And is that Snellweg in the pits? Snellweg went into the pits. He goes onto the medium tyres. Ended down back into 5th place. So he's going to predict Kara to go to the pits. But again, he's on those hard tyres. So it's going to be interesting to see what the outcome is going to be at the end of this race.
So watching Energy Dan now riding on board with him, as you see absolutely nothing ahead of him. That's because 12 seconds ahead is the next car for position. And with the hard tires, Kara, Racing Podge, Sonic Hawk, Gamey Things, they can all go to the end of the race. So,
oh, definitely.
Exactly why do you think Energy Dan and Snellweg would pit for the mediums and lose even more time instead of just trying to stay out?
I don't know. It could be predicting for a safety car. It could be trying to make something work. He's probably predicting when the medium tyres start to get to their prime example. It could be a game changer. But again, I don't see the hard tyres wearing out that much. So yeah, I think the top 4 are pretty much settled in, but I won't count Energy Dan out just yet. We'll have to see how it all turns out at the end of the race.
We'll have to wait and see, but we do have an update on the situation from Hookie. He says full responsibility for colliding with Dan. So apparently there was something we didn't see there that led to Hookie's DNF, besides him just making a mistake and hitting the wall. So Hookie does take responsibility for whatever happened.
Contact between the two teammates, I wonder.
See, that's what I'm wondering, because I didn't see it. All I know is that Hookie is sitting in P15 out of the race, so there very well might have been, and I guess Hookie would have got the worst of it, but nonetheless, Hookie has told us that he's taking the blame for it, so unfortunate situation for Hookie. He had at least a decent day maybe going here, but honestly from lap 1.
Don't you worry, we haven't seen the last of him.
Yeah, we definitely haven't seen the last of him. If Monaco and Barcelona were anything to talk about in anything of significance for AlphaTauri, we have definitely not seen the last of either of them, especially Energy Dan in this particular race, because he's still running in P5, and as you said, can't count him out yet.
Exactly, and he's above Snellweg as well, so this could sort of help out the championship in Hookie's favour, but again, Snellweg, let's give a big shout out to Snellweg actually. Do you remember, he had a massive spin, and now he's still running in the top 6. So again, fair play to Snellweg.
Yeah, Snellweg, of course, having an amazing day here. Of course, he's not the highest championship runner at the moment, but Energy Dan, that honor would go to Energy Dan at the time being, running in 5th, Snellweg in 6th. But after the spin that he had and coming very close, I think, to a DNF, Snellweg running in 6th is nothing to shake a stick at.
And breaking news, actually, Sonic Hawk is starting to close in on Gaming Things. It was 4 seconds, now it's 2.6 seconds. Sonic Hawk is closing in on Gaming Things.
Now, can you just imagine what it would be like for Sonic Hawk to actually win this race? Because earlier on in this season, he was looking like he was going to be one of the dominant forces. And now here we are in round 8, and Sonic Hawk just hasn't really performed as well as he did in places like, say, Vietnam, where he finished 2nd to Snellweg. So if Sonic Hawk were to be able to break through and win this race over a very dominant Gamey Things, I would consider that an upset win and a very happy driver.
Yeah, definitely. For Sonic Hawk, this will be massive redemption. To get a real good win under his belt. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Who's that in sector 2? There was a yellow flag somewhere. It was in the castle section, but let's never mind the fact. Yeah, Sonic Hawk, he's doing well. He's going strong, to say the least. So let's not face the fact that Sonic Hawk had a bad time throughout the season. It's about the here and now. The here and now is Sonic Hawk can really get this victory under this belt. This will be good momentum going into the next race for what most likely to be Canada. I think it's Canada next, I believe. So yeah, if he gets that win under his belt, it'll be good. It'll be a good point in the season to get, and good momentum for him going into the next race.
2.5 seconds separating Gamey Things and Sonic Hawk, lap 18 of 26.
And it's on the back of Kara.
On board now, and Kara, wow! Kara goes into the pits. Energy Dan, evasive maneuver to get by him. Good job on Energy Dan, though, and moves up to 4th to top it all off. So I'd say that Energy Dan would be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, Energy Dan running in 4th place for AlphaTauri, doing the best he can for the team. So right now, he's looking supremely well. And now, he's got a 5.1 second gap to catch back down Racing Pod, who overtook him. That's interesting. Kara has gone to the softs.
So do you think that he's going to go for the fastest lap and try to get an extra championship point?
He most certainly will be.
So let's see where Kara is in the point standings. Of course, his teammate Snellweg is leading, but Kara is all the way down in 13th place with only 12 points. So he would have... Well, actually, I believe that it's more or less an insurmountable gap to Snellweg, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have his own personal battles that's going on. So, possible fastest lap for Kara if he can hang on, and with lap 18 of 26, he's got that long to do it.
26 Torpedo, just starting to come towards Sanath now.
On board now with Kvyat Torpedo as they go down into turn 1. Will he try to make the move? No, he does not. Not that time. Not close enough. Going into turn 2 now. There's going to be a DRS straight just out of this corner. That might be his chance.
Money Mink. That's Money Mink. He's out.
Oh, my goodness. So unfortunate. And, oh, no! Kvyat Torpedo gets to the back of Sanath when Sanath slowed down for the virtual safety car.
Oh, no. That is a shame.
And, you know, that was just one of those things to where, you know, it's just a racing deal. It's very possible that Kvyat Torpedo did not realize that there was a virtual safety car yet, or that he didn't realize that Sanath was going to slow down.
Complete accident. Complete utter accident.
Yeah, and it's just unfortunate that that's the way that these things go sometimes. So now, Kvyat Torpedo having a hell of a time to try to wheel that thing back around to the front straightaway so he can
wheeling things back. Look at the top two.
0.8 of a second, and how did that happen?
Sonic Hawk just got a better restart. That's what I was saying the least.
Gamey Things, of course, they're just behind Kvyat Torpedo.
Prolova had a bit of a moment, but he's now back on circuit. He's lost like 3 positions. That's a bit of a shame for Prolova. He was running so well, Tib. Prolova's running so well. Now it's down to 8th place. Big slide from Gamey Things coming out of the corner. Can Sonic Hawk take the lead here?
Down the straightaway, Sonic Hawk will have the DRS. As they go to turn 1, it's going to be coming to lap 27 laps to go in this race as of now.
7 laps to go. These two will, one of these two will win this race. Energy Dan now is caught at the Racing Pod as well. This could be a possible victory and a possible podium for Energy Dan and for Sonic Hawk.
Yeah, and Sonic Hawk, you know, he hasn't had a win since Vietnam. I messed up earlier. I said he finished second to Snellweg in Vietnam. He actually finished first. Snellweg finishing second to him in Vietnam. So Sonic Hawk's one and only win of the season came in the 3rd race, I do believe, that being Vietnam. So Sonic Hawk winning this race would be a massive confidence booster on his part.
Exactly. So Sonic Hawk was pushing for his 2nd win of the season, but Gamey Things really won his victory in this pocket. but he's got to survive a real challenging Sonic Hawk, and this will be very exciting for us to watch. See how these two are playing out. The other flank is set to one. That is just some sort of driver probably gone off somewhere. It's just loading again, so he's not having the best of times, so he'll probably miss to come back. See, but we're going to keep an eye on these two. Sajkovic and Kara is literally overtaking each other. But these two are the main factors in the moment.
Lap traffic just ahead. Gonna hold up gaming things here just a little bit. They're getting the blue flag, so I expect that they will be moving out of the way, but still gaming things are gonna have to get by them, and that's gonna be a challenge in and of itself.
The interesting thing is, gaming things is gonna get the DRS.
Will Sonicok get the DRS? Yes, he will, and he has activated it now. DRS wide open on the Red Bull and the Ferrari. Coming to 6 laps to go.
Yeah, so vital for gaming things is to get the DRS. Running a bit wide, Sonic Hawk had a bit of a tighter line, so Azerbaijan now. Azerbaijan's come for the podium places, here he goes! And he takes Racing Pods to 3rd.
And wow, just wow. The AlphaTauris showing that they are still a force to be reckoned with, not going to give up even with a DNF. James Hookie in the chat cheering on his teammate Energy Dan, and Energy Dan on the podium so far, pulling away from Racing Podge.
Now, this is the big dogs fight now. Big dogs fight. Gaming Things is Racing Pod. 5 laps to go till the end of this Grand Prix. It's anyone's game. It's anyone's match. Who wants it more to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix?
Through the castle section, got to be very careful there. We've seen it hit too many drivers too many times here today. And imagine if it were to take one of our leaders out on the very closing laps. That's the last thing either of them want, unless, of course, they're the other driver.
Well, it's going to be heart-wrenching for one of them. Game Things is starting to pull away just slightly now. Almost broken that 1 second window, but Sonic Hawk is still there. 8/10 of a second. It's super close, but it's still Gaming Things getting a phenomenal exit, going through the fast left-right chicane. Yeah, Gaming Things just still holding on. Sonic Hawk, he's both of them on the same amount of airs. Gaming Things using his overtake button to get into the defensive, so good defending for Gaming Things there.
Sonic Hawk using his overtake button as well, trying to get around Gaming Things. Not able to do it, and he goes wide out of turn number 1, gets very close to that wall, but is able to hang on to it.
You lucky boy. If he hits the wall now, Sonic Hawk, that'll be devastating to look at for Sonic Hawk, because he wants this victory so bad to get second win of the season. Gaming Things is so there, so close. You can almost feel it, but it's still race. This is so good. 4 laps to go, and we still don't know who we're gonna have our winner yet.
Sonic Hawk's trying everything he can to get by Gaming Things, but Gaming Things has been fast all day. Pole position, dominating the race, and now, in the closing laps, he has to hold off a very hungry Sonic Hawk.
Yeah, definitely Sonic Hawk will be hungry, chomping at the bit to see if he can get this victory. And I want to tell you, actually, the fastest lap of the race, that belongs, if I can have a look, because Hookie says it's 28.3, I'm going to count that as a lie. I will say the fast lap of the race goes to, if I can see it correctly, that will be Kara, 1:43.7. So he will get the like you said, the fastest lap of the race and the fastest point.
So Kara running in P6, likely not going to be able to improve at all. So that is where he will finish, as long as he can hang on for another 4 laps. But with that extra point, that will benefit him tremendously. So good job on Kara for pitting for those softs.
Sonic Hawk.
Around the outside of Gaming Things, and is he going to be able to do it? No, he does not. He goes wide. Oh my goodness, that was close.
Yeah, definitely Sonic. Good defending for Gaming Things. Gone to the left hand side at the right moment, forces Sonic Hawk to go wide, and good defending for Gaming Things to keep that red fry behind. Oh, Tim, this is so exciting.
And this is still anyone's race between Gamey Things and Sonic Hawk. I mean, Sonic Hawk, he's able to catch him, he's not able to get by him, and he's trying everything that he can. And, you know, you said in the section that they're in right now that it's not really a section that you would expect someone to make a move in, but I think that Sonic Hawk might have to start thinking about those unorthodox parts of the track to make a move if he's going to be able to get around Gamey Things, because he seems like it. Oh no, Sonic Hawk's in the wall! Sonic Hawk's in the wall in the castle section!
Just like you said, it just happened, didn't it?
Oh, and yeah.
That's heart-wrenching.
Yeah, that castle section, it will reach up and bite you at the worst possible time, and that's exactly what it did.
It's all down to Gamey Things. See if he can actually hold on, and if Sonic Hawk can really hold on for the next 3 laps with a broken front wing.
At this point, stay out. I mean, there's no reason to pit. Stay out. Try to salvage a good day.
And he's listening to you, Tim, because he is staying out. But it's all down to Energy Dan now to see if he can close down to Sonic Hawk.
It's going to be close. He's going to have only 2 laps to do it.
But with Sonic Hawk, if he can hold on to that Ferrari, he's going to get amounts of oversteer. But he looks like he's holding on well. Sorry about for anti-dramatics. So he looks like he's holding on well with Sonic Hawk, to be fair.
Though I wonder if Energy Dan realizes that Sonic Hawk has a problem. Energy Dan might not be wanting to push. He might just be trying to ride around and salvage a good day. But if he knew that Sonic Hawk just hit the wall and had wing damage, he would probably be pushing, because I'm watching the interval actually come down now, 7.7 seconds separating Sonic Hawk and Energy Dan. So there's a possibility that Energy Dan could catch him in the next 2.5 laps or so. But it's going to be so very close that I really don't know how to call it.
I think it's going to be too little too late, but we'll see how much that gap will close down.
Well, it also depends on just how bad Sonic Hawk's wing is, and if he picks up even further wing damage, because, you know, as you and I both know, you know, you go around these corners without that front downforce and without the, you know, the benefit of a fully intact front wing, you could very easily get into the wall when you don't want to, and that slows you down even more.
You can ask Hooky about that while losing the front wing and going into the wall. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and that's just the name of the game. And you know, I really hate how the front wings on these F1 cars are just so fragile. And I understand that there's really...
I hate to interrupt you, Tim. I hate to interrupt you, because here goes Snellway towards Racing Pods. This actually could be vital for some championship points here.
So Snellweg trying to look to diminish the gap that Energy Dan is trying to build on him. Of course, Energy Dan about 25 points behind Snellweg. Let me double check on that while we see Snellweg going around Racing Pods around the outside.
So that will be vital for the championship. So Snellweg keeping the points down with Energy Dan. So that is good news for Snellweg's part.
And Energy Dan, I do believe, is actually 43 points behind Snellweg at the moment. So when they finish this race, that will drop down a little bit. And oh wow, who was that Racing Podge in the wall behind Snellweg?
So both Ferraris with broken front wings.
They gave it their all today, and it just wasn't enough. But they could very well still walk away with the podium. And in fact, I think that that's almost a guarantee. Even if Energy Dan were to catch and pass Sonic Hawk, I still think that he would finish in third, because Snellweg is just not close enough.
It's too far behind Snellweg. Yeah, it's too far behind. But it is 4.5 seconds between, like you said before, between Sonic Hawk and Energy Dan. Energy Dan might know now that he's got wing problems. He must have got the call on the radio or something, because that gap is starting to close down just like a bit more.
However, we're coming to the white flag lap here in just a moment. Gamey Things on the front straightaway and about to cross the line. So
you know what? Fair play to Gamey Things. Getting that third place in Monaco. How about you upgrade it to first place, shall we?
It's not over yet, though. You got to make sure that he crosses the line in first. One more lap to go for Gamey Things. It is his to lose.
It is his to lose. So now We're going to see how it all plays out for Gaming Things. Let's see if he can survive this last lap of glory.
There you see Sonic Hawk behind him, just trying to creep along and stay ahead. Energy Dan still just 5 seconds behind Sonic Hawk. Probably not going to be able to catch him in this last lap, but Energy Dan nonetheless going to try to do everything that he can to salvage a good day. He spun on the first lap and has had a roller coaster.
So did Snellweg. He had a massive spin as well. For my driver of the day as well, I can't pick really. It's between Energy Dan and Snellweg. I can't pick for the driver of the day.
Can't they share the title?
I think they can, yeah. I'll give them 2 driver of the days.
And, you know, well deserved, because both of them had spins, as you said. You know, of course, Energy Dan on turn 1, lap 1, and then Snellweg, I believe around lap 5 or so, coming onto the front straightaway in sector 3, he hit the wall. Very lucky to not get a DNF. He pulled into the pits, got a new front wing, got a fresh set of tires, pulled out, and is able to pull into the top 5, and perhaps looking at a top 5 finish here today if he can make it to the line.
Here come Gaming Things.
Riding on board with him, Gaming Things, seeing the best thing that he has ever seen, and that is no one in front of him while he is leading the race. Going down the final straightaway for the final time. About to cross the line. He got the pole, and he dominated the race, and now he will win the race. Gaming Things wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Well done to Gaming Things Sonic. Good work to get the 2nd place. Energy Dan will get the 3rd, and Snellweg will get 4th. So fair play to Snellweg. That will be vital for the championship later on in the season.
Racing Pod's going to come in 5th, so Ferrari finishing 2nd and 5th. Not a bad day for them at all. Kara, Snellweg's teammate, looks like he's going to finish in the 6th position. He's just got a few more corners to go. Psychomich, of course, behind him in 7th. A good day on Psychomich. He started outside the top 10 on the hard tires and was just able to fight all day to a good P7.
Definitely. Psychomich about to come through. Well done to him. Fanny line P8. Oliver P9. And let's say big shout out to Fletcher. He's finally got his first points of the season.
And after a drive-through penalty. No less.
Well done to Fletcher. He must be in a very happy mood.
I know I would be. I mean, Fletcher, you know, definitely, he has not had the best race by any means here today, but he stayed with it, head down, eyes forward, and got a top 10. And sometimes that's all you need.
Definitely. And here is Gaming Things, our race winner. Well done. Congratulations to Gaming Things. He'll be a very happy boy when we interview him.
Yeah, he definitely will. Red Bull in victory lane.
Oh! No, I don't agree with that. As much as I love Sonic Hawk, I don't agree.
Sonic Hawk, he put up a good fight, though. It was just there toward the end when, in the castle section, he hit the wall. He just wasn't able to continue after that. Finished 2nd, but just was not a threat for the lead. Had he not hit the wall, he might be standing on the top spot of the podium, but Gaming Things was just so fast all day that I think that it would have been a struggle to get by him.
As Adrian Newey sitting there as well, looking all happy, smiley for his driver. That's it. There's your race results.
So, your official race results for the GP4 Series Speed Force Racing League Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Gaming Things in 1st, Sonic Hawk in 2nd, Energy Dan in 3rd. 4th is Snellweg, your championship leader. Racing Podge in 5th, Kara in 6th, Psychomich in 7th, Fanny Lion in 8th. 9th is Proliver, Kvyat Torpedo, first points of the season in 10th. 11th is Saneth, Shadow Lancer 12th, Gizlodian 13th, Money Meek in 14th. Hookie in 15th, and Bannister in 16th place. We're going to get our top 3 interviews here very shortly with Gaming Things, Sonic Hawk, and Energy Dan. Waiting on them to pile into our party and give us a chat. What did you think of that race, though, fans? That was a good one.
Whew. Fantastic race. Fantastic race.
I think it was amazing, and that's that's the kind of race that I really like to see. It was no shortage of action, and it was
and minimum penalties as well.
Yeah. I mean, very minimum penalties. I mean, there was a few, for like drive-throughs, for collisions and stuff, but not a lot of time penalties.
Very well done. Very, very well done. Inviting Energy down just now. Is Sonic Hawk? Sonic Hawk's here. Dan's here. Gaming Things is here. Here's our top 3. Well done, you 3.
Thanks, guys. It could have been better, but yeah, I'll take it too.
Right. So before we start the interviews, let's all make sure that you have your voices set to allow to be shared. If you don't know how to do that, go ahead and go over to the party settings and make sure your voice is set to always allow. And then let me know when you're ready. We will talk to our top 3 finishers.
Energy down, ready?
Well, if you can hear me, I'm ready.
All right.
You're all good to go.
Alrighty, so we're going to start with our P3 finisher, Energy Dan, in the AlphaTauri. So let's just talk about your race here for a moment. You spin in the very first corner in a 3-wide situation. You pull into the pits, you get a new set of tires, maybe even change your front wing. We didn't see your pit stop, but we can imagine how livid you must have been, and yet you rebound to finish 3rd.
Yeah, it was a bit of a 3-way into turn 1. I got sandwiched between, it was either Kara and Snell and then my teammate. I just had to get back to the pits, put a new wing, new tyres, and to be honest with you, I had no idea what was going to happen until I came out of the pits the second time on the second set of mediums behind Snellweg. Managed to save ERS. I tried getting past a few laps and it just didn't work. So I thought, right, I've got to save my ERS up, got past him. And then the next thing, I'm fighting with Podge, which, I managed to get past him eventually. And then I noticed Sonic Hawk in P2, and I was catching. And then, I dinked my wing in the castle. That kind of stopped me advancing on him, but absolute stellar of a race from Gamey and Sonic, so well done, boys.
Question for me, Dan. How vital is this result for you for the championship?
Extremely vital. I mean, Hooky needed to score points to stay in the fight. It just means that I think I've come a little bit closer to Hooky now. Snellweg, I think, has extended his lead over Hooky, because obviously he didn't get any points, so... Yeah, it just brings me closer to my teammate, really. But in all honesty, I'm not that. I am bothered about the drivers, but I think me and Hooky are just trying to get this constructors wrapped up. That was our main goal for the season when we started this. So the drivers would be a bonus if we can get it. One of us.
Well, nonetheless, good job to you, Energy Dan. It was a hard-fought battle, but you were able to rebound and not coming out on top like last week in Monaco. But P3, nothing to shake a stick at.
Yeah, cheers, Tim. Thanks for your commentary as always, mate. It's always stellar.
Hey, I appreciate it. Me and Oliver, we've had a good time this race. Gonna turn now though
Past 3 weeks have been fun.
Yeah. Turning now to our second place finisher, Sonic Hawk. A good day for you. You have not had a win since Vietnam, and that was a legendary battle between you and Snellweg. Today, you almost had a win. You got caught out in the castle section, had a little bit of wing damage, so you finished 3 seconds behind Gamey Things, but you still had a good day. It's still a podium. Tell us about your race, and do you think you'd be standing on the top spot of the podium had you not had that contact in the castle section?
Starting off with how my race went. I was really hoping that I don't have an incident in lap 1 because I knew there were a couple of guys behind me who were prone to brake late and run into people. So I really got lucky that way because Kvyat just went through people. I could see that. So that way I got lucky. It's unfortunate that Dan and Hooky got incidents, otherwise the result would have been different. But yeah, I think I had better pace than Gamey. And after a certain point, I stopped pushing. I thought, let me play the long game and catch him in the last 4 or 5 laps. Unfortunately, that was when I got a wing damage. But yeah, again, fair play to Gamey. Even he was defending very hard. So yeah, I would fancy the chance of overtaking him had I not had the wing damage. But I think he had plenty of ERS left because he was so far ahead in the lead. So I think he had plenty of ERS left on the straight. So I was not able to catch up with ERS.
I mean, how good was the car under you today then, Sonic?
Yeah, the car felt pretty good. I mean, me and a couple of GP4 guys, we have been practicing hard a lot for this race. I don't remember the last time we practiced so much. Almost we are doing a 50% race every day from Tuesday onwards since our last GP4 race. So we have been making minute tweaks to the setup here and there, finding that little tense out of the car. So the car is pretty good. The car felt pretty solid.
And will this podium now bring you good momentum going into the next race?
Yeah, cheers, mate.
That's good.
All right, so now we will turn our attention to the winner.
Well done, Gamey. Third place to first.
So P3 in Monaco, a very quiet P3 nonetheless, and you even acknowledged that yourself, that you really just kind of hung out all day and stayed out of trouble and was able to finish P3. Then you come here today at Azerbaijan, you get the pole. When qualifying's already over, mind you, you get the pole on your last lap, dominate the race, have a battle with Sonicok, and still manage to walk away with the win. Just tell us about everything, and how sweaty were you there toward the end?
Well, to be honest, I'm still sweaty, to be honest. But if you allow me to do one thing. One thing.
Oh, bless you.
I've been here since season 1, and after seasons of trying, I'm finally here on the top step. This feels thrilling immense.
Hey,
Jamie, do you know what this Do you know what this requires?
Shoo it!
Anyway.
We expect your upload in 24 hours.
But seriously,
I'm the new guy here. I have no idea what I just witnessed.
Anyway, well, as I was saying, well, to be fair, in qualifying, I just thought I'll just go all out for the last lapping qualifying. I just thought I might as well chuck it into the castle section, be brave, and just in that castle section alone, I gained half a second on my personal best, which has honestly surprised me. And as for the race, to be honest, this is probably a lucky win. I don't know what happened to the McLaren, the championship lead. I feel like he would have got me if I don't know what happened to him. And that damage by Sonic, yeah, I do agree with him. He was a lot quicker than me, so he probably could have got me also. But hey, a win's a win. First win, I'll take it.
How much does this first win means to you then, Gamey?
Well, I always thought I had good pace in myself, saying that I use a controller, and obviously at the start of the season, I've obviously spent the first 2 races in the season in the GP3, but lag and bad results didn't really work out too well, to be fair. And when I joined this division in Vietnam, I probably could have got third place there, but could actually again. But then I sorted it out in the next race. Unfortunately, I could have got third place in the Netherlands, but hello, desync. But yeah, bounce back, podium in Monaco, and Azerbaijan on a track I love to get my first win here. And I'm telling you, if I do good at tracks like this, there are other tracks on the calendar I also I'm really good at.
Gamey, are you sponsored by McDonald's by any chance? I just keep hearing you go Mc third and Mc this. It's like Has someone dared you to do that? Has Adam been in touch with you and said you've got to say muck something before everything? It sounds like a very Adam thing to do.
Wait. You thought saying muck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's just.
No, it's just because I have a stutter. I have a stutter.
Oh, sorry, mate. All right, okay. My apologies.
No, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine.
So one more question for Free Gaming from everyone here at SFR. Congrats on your first victory. Are we going to see your first shoey?
I really don't know how you're going to see it, but just imagine it virtually. I'll do it right now.
I can run you through it, buddy. How to do it on put it on YouTube.
I
for
know
everyone.
how to do it, Chewie, don't worry.
I was gonna say you gotta put that on YouTube. Just make a podium in your house. You know, I mean, this is COVID times anyway, so it's fine. We're all at home. Just put a podium in your house, stand on the top spot, and just Daniel Ricciardo that shoe.
Bloody hell.
Definitely, it's got to be done.
It's got to be done.
Well,
maybe.
While Shuey goes and gets inebriated, we are officially out of time. That will be it for the broadcast. A very fun one, a good one, an awesome race. But until next time, good morning, good evening, good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for watching. Above all else, have fun, and goodbye.